Hold on, this is on photo. We're good. All right, gotcha.
Good to go? All right. All right, mag test, 20 rounds. Here we go.
Yeah, let's see. And this is the Springfield Kuna.
Yeah, Kuna.
Kuna.
And it's got the Nexus Firearms lower. It's an aluminum billet lower, which allows it to take AR trigger, AR safety, and Scorpion magazines.
Nice.
Nice upgrade for the Kuna.
And what's the suppressor we're running on that?
Suppressor's a Cash 9 can.
Nice.
Yeah.
Man, that was so sick. Well, now I gotta get another trigger.
Yeah, and you're up.
Nice. That is sick, man. Yeah, I can't, you can barely even feel it reset the trigger. That is sick. So awesome, man. Cool.
Yeah, that's kind of awesome. That's 30 rounds that goes way too quick.
That is intense.
That's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun. That one mag. Go. There's 30 rounds.
All right, performance triggers, super safety, safety selector, Springfield Kuna. Man, it's so easy to let that thing rip.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's a quick 20 rounds.
Yeah. So cool.
Okay, we're going to compare to the binary trigger. Now, binary trigger is a little different. This is on my CZ Scorpion. Binary trigger, there's two motions of your finger that are being captured that are actually firing a round. When you pull the trigger, and then the second action, when you release the trigger, the gun fires. So it's a totally different feeling and a totally different experience than what we just experienced with the Super Selector. Go. So really distinct fire, 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 fire. Different experience, but still a lot of fun. Nowhere on the level the Super Selector is, but fun.
All right, we just got done shooting both of them. I think I know which one I prefer. Danny, which one is it going to be for you?
Yeah, it's no contest, really. I've had this binary for a little while now, and it is something that's kind of it's just a novelty, something kind of fun and different. Yeah. But it's not as consistent. It's not near as fun. The performance triggers safety selector, the Super Selector there, is by far a more consistently fun and consistent rate of fire.
Yeah.
It's more sustainable and it feels, honestly, from a rate of fire standpoint, more consistent and more reliable. It was more reliable. However, we didn't have 100% reliability.
That's correct.
Right? So what I found was, and as we kind of went through this, I have a couple of the short Scorpion 20 round mags, and what it's looking like is those mags they don't have enough spring pressure to keep up with the rate of fire. And it seems like those rounds aren't quite making it to the feed ramp, and they're really getting locked in there. All my 35 round mags ran like a dream, and 4 out of my 6 20 round mags ran fine, but 2 of them had severe feeding issues where it would fire just a few rounds and then hang up on us.
Yeah, and then we did have some malfunctions with a heavier grain bullet. It was a 147 grain.
Yeah.
And it was kind of a flat nose. And so originally we were like, okay, here's another bad magazine. As soon as we switched to the 115, it ran like a champ. So
yeah.
So just be aware of that, what kind of ammo you're using. It may not function very well. And then some magazines just can't keep up with the rate of fire because it does shoot really fast.
It does shoot really fast.
Now, I pretty much agree with you on everything. I definitely would go with this. On the binary, I'd say I like the concept if you're doing double taps.
Yeah.
So if you're thinking you're just wanting to do, you know, kind of like a controlled burst, 1-2, I think it's really good. But once you start getting into, and it's different for every firearm, the cycling rate and how fast you can pull the trigger. So you have to figure out how fast you can pull the trigger. If you try to pull real fast, you may outrun it, and you may have kind of skips. Like when you were shooting it, it kind of skipped, and you weren't able to get that sustained fire. So it does take a lot of practice to master it on this. Whereas with the safety select, the super safety, there's really no learning curve.
No, it's an immediate. It's pretty dummy proof, and it's man, it's fun to shoot. Now I will say a couple things as far as just a comparison of the two guns. The Scorpion kind of notoriously doesn't have a fantastic trigger in it, right? It's got kind of a unique trigger system in it. It's got a unique trigger pack, and it's never, you can do some work, and there's some places that can give you some trigger jobs for a CZ Scorpion that make it a little bit better, but it's never gonna be like an AR-15 trigger. It's not the same experience. No. So there's a little bit of that at play too. The trigger pull on that CZ is click, 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 click. Mm-hmm. And with an AR-15, even a mil-spec trigger like is in here to work with the safety, it's a whole different experience.
The AR-15, the mil-spec, even the mil-spec, I mean, it's ruined a lot of other guns. It's really such a good trigger just by itself, and when it gets worn in, it's a fantastic trigger. And then you can upgrade them all the time. And then once you pair it with something like this, man, it's butter.
It really is. I've got a lot of fun toys. I think with that experience, it's my favorite new firearm.
Yeah, I think me and Danny are going to be hanging out a lot more now.
Yeah, we'll have to blow some more stuff up.
Yeah. All right. Anything else you want to add?
You know, the other thing that made this experience a lot better is the suppressor.
Yeah.
I mean, it helps with recoil a little bit too, but it kept that sound down. You don't get to make a 9mm suppressor get warm very often. Not that hot anyway, but we had to be careful.
It got toasty on this one.
It sure did. Yeah. But yeah, that having a suppressor on there does make that experience way better, and I like it on a short firearm like this because I'm not worried as much about my hand sliding forward. Mm-hmm. You grip here anyway on this gun, but I like having a little bit extra length on something when you're doing something crazy like that. So a lot of fun.
All right, cool. Well, thanks for watching, everybody. Until next time, we'll see you later. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. So, Danny, give your plug here again.
My plug is my channel is Competitive Shooter's Journey, and I do a lot of competitive shooting. I'm shooting PCC right now, so a lot of my footage is that, but we're starting to do a lot of comparisons and things as well, and having a lot of fun.
All right, sounds good. All right, until next time, we'll see you later. And then on my channel, we do this. We start here.
We start here, okay.
And then we cross over.
Got it. Should we do that in sync?
Okay, ready?
There we go.
1, 2, 3.
Nice, we got them all.